Hello, friends! I'm Jamie Suárez, a lifestyle medicine physician and registered yoga teacher. Today, we'll be talking about the physiology of Parkinson's and yoga's renewing flow. Let's take a moment to picture a symphony where the conductor suddenly falters. The music slows, stutters, and then loses its rhythm. For those with Parkinson's disease, the body's movement orchestra faced a similar disruption, leading to tremors, stiffness, and unsteadiness. Today, we'll explore the physiology of Parkinson's, what's unfolding scientifically in the brain and body, and explore how yoga, supported by evidence-based research, can help quiet those symptoms. We'll interlace faith-centered encouragement, leaning on God's assurance that in our weakness, His strength prevails. And we'll include vital precautions for beginning yoga safely. Let's proceed with compassion and hope. First, the physiology of Parkinson's. PD, or Parkinson's disease, is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder that primarily affects movement, stemming from the loss of dopamine-producing neurons in the brain region called the substantia nigra. Dopamine is a key neurotransmitter, acting like a lubricant for smooth, coordinated actions. When these cells die off, often due to genetic factors, environmental toxins, or protein misfolding like alpha-synuclein clumps called Lewy bodies, the brain's basal ganglia, which fine-tune motor control, go awry. This leads to classic motor symptoms: a resting tremor, like a pill rolling motion in the hands, bradykinesia, or slowness of movement that makes simple tasks laborious, rigidity, where muscles stiffen and resist motion, and postural instability, increasing fall risk. But it's not just the motor affected. Non-motor issues like sleep disturbances, depression, constipation, and cognitive changes can arise because dopamine influences mood, motivation, and autonomic functions. Inflammation and oxidative stress accelerate neuronal loss, creating a cycle where the brain struggles to compensate. Over time, as more cells vanish, often 60 to 80% before symptoms appear, the symphony of movement becomes increasingly discordant. This can be a profound challenge, but this is also where God illuminates our path. As 2 Corinthians 12:9 reminds us, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." God doesn't abandon us in our vulnerabilities. He meets us there, offering renewal even when our bodies falter. So you may ask, how can yoga, a harmonious blend of breath, postures, and mindfulness, help restore some rhythm? Well, yoga is not a cure, but yoga can be a powerful complementary practice to help with symptoms. Evidence from research underscores its value, particularly in adapted forms like chair yoga. Let's examine the studies. A systematic review found that yoga significantly improves movement disorders, balance, and emotional well-being in people with Parkinson's. In a randomized controlled trial, mindfulness yoga outperformed stretching and resistance training in reducing anxiety, depression, and motor symptoms for those with mild to moderate Parkinson's, with participants reporting better stress management and quality of life. Another meta-analysis highlighted yoga's effectiveness in enhancing motor function, gait, and balance while alleviating anxiety. A study combining meditation and yoga showed reductions in chronic inflammation, improved motor symptoms, and boosted health-related quality of life. A 12-week yoga program improved standing balance, though not gait, suggesting targeted benefits for stability. Why? Well, yoga enhances our neuroplasticity, calms our autonomic nervous system to reduce stress hormones, and strengthens our muscles while improving flexibility and posture, all without overload. In a faith lens, yoga becomes a quiet communion. As we hold a gentle posture, it's an invitation to be still and know that God is God, from Psalm 46:10. Surrendering tremors to His steady hand and finding inner peace amid the storm. let's discuss a few precautions for safety as we begin our yoga practice. Always consult your doctor or neurologist before starting, as Parkinson's affects balance and mobility. You may choose to begin with beginner-friendly adapted classes. I encourage and invite you to use props like chairs, walls, bolsters, pillows, blankets, and blocks for support, to avoid falls and for your comfort. You may want to avoid hot yoga or intense flows that could worsen fatigue or trigger overheating or dehydration. Listen to your body. Stop if you feel dizzy, unstable, or increased rigidity. Postures should feel easing, not straining. Begin slowly. Start with a short 5-minute, then possibly 10, and then 15-minute sessions, and practice in a safe space with someone nearby if needed. To summarize, today we talked about Parkinson's arising from dopamine neuron loss in the substantia nigra, disrupting movement, and more. But yoga's proven benefits, improving balance, reducing anxiety, enhancing motor function, offer a supportive ally. With precautions and faith's encouragement, renewal awaits. We are resilient, upheld by a God who perfects strength in our weakness. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. May God's love and peace steady you today.